Hey everybody, insight number 2. So we're in Luke 2, 8-18, and we're looking at the joy of the shepherds. But for each insight this week, we're asking the question, how does their interaction of the group of people we're talking to in relation to this birth of Christ account, right? It happened, it's an account, it's not just a story. How does their interaction with Christ change them? How does it shape them? What does it do for them after they've had this experience? Because these are some pretty powerful experiences. So we're going to look at the joy of the shepherds. I've called it the joy of shepherds, not rather than just what did the shepherds experience. No, the joy of the shepherds, because they were just so overwhelmingly joyful. And I think this is really cool. So 8-18, it just says here that, we've heard this before, and that very many times. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And an angel came around, and they were afraid. And the angel said, "Don't be afraid, I bring you good tidings of great joy, because Christ is born in the city of David. Everything's good. And there shall be a sign unto you, like the star. And you'll find him wrapped up with his mum and dad, and go and see him." And then suddenly the heavens burst open, because all of us angels up there can't contain our joy, and we're singing. Now, thank goodness some of us sing really well, because you would have drowned out people like me that can't sing well. Well, maybe as an angel I could have sung well. I don't know. But anyway, multitudes, like they just saw this like heaven like open, and just all of these angels. I mean, can you imagine just seeing that? I mean, that alone, regardless of anything else, would be magnificent. And I like to think I'd like to see that time of earth too. I'd like to see that happen and feel the shepherds like just overwhelming goodness and joy. I can feel it from them, And so 15. So when the angels gone away, the shepherds said, "I want to let us go." And we knew that this was coming, so let's go and check it out, And then in 16, and this is the good thing, and they came with haste. They ran. They didn't just go, "Oh yeah, we'll go tomorrow, because we've got a job right now, so he'll still be there tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow." Or we'll wait till the shift change of shepherds and then we'll go. No, they just dropped and ran. Like if somebody said to you right now, if you're by a chapel or a temple or something, like Christ is there, come see him, would you be like, "Oh, there'll be a crowd and the traffic's really bad"? Or would you just be like, "See, I'm going," like, what are you going to do? So I just really like that about them. And after they'd seen it in 17, they went about telling everybody concerning this thing had happened, and all they'd heard, and they wondered at those things which had been told, and all that heard it just wondered at what had been told to them. Like, oh my gosh, the shepherds saw it, and we trusted them. Okay, so, what a beautiful surprise these shepherds had. But why these shepherds? And why were people so willing to wonder at what they said and believe what they had said? Why those shepherds? Good question, right? Well, top of their profession, these shepherds were watched over the sacrificial and the best lambs and sheep. These were priesthood holders. They were of Jewish descent that were looking after the sacrificial lambs for the temples. So they weren't just shepherds. They would be equivalent today of like maybe a group of bishops and stake presidents out doing the job in the field. So they held power. They knew what this was. They were well educated to know and to believe that Christ was coming. So this to them was very special. They believed in a promised Messiah, and they lived by the law of Moses. They kept the commandments. These were good guys. So that's why those shepherds. And that's why also when they went about as missionaries preaching what they had seen and telling everybody that they were believed. That's why. So excited by the angel's exuberant announcement, they ran to see Jesus. They did not wait until morning or even say they were busy. Nope. They came in haste to give praise and thanks. Would you do the same? So how did their interaction with Christ shape them, change them? Well, it changed them from being hopers into believers, if that makes sense. So they knew of the prophecy. They were expecting it to happen. They didn't know when, but they believed it. And now they'd seen it. Now they had a testimony of the sureness of it, rather than just a hope of the testimony of having it. So that's how it really changed it for them. And I guess changed it too to give them like a higher purpose in what they were doing. They also, instead of like being shepherds watching sheep, they were telling everybody too. They began teaching everyone. The very beginning of Christ's ministry pretty much happened with the shepherds telling the account. Pretty cool, right? Think about that. But yeah, would you do the same? Would you rush with that same haste? Would you go that fast? And how would that kind of experience shape you if you saw the heavens suddenly open and all the angels singing and, you know, telling you something awesome? How would that change you? Good question. President Oakes said, following Christ is not a casual or occasional practice, but a continuous commitment and way of life that applies at all times and places. And this is exactly what applied to these shepherds, and that's why the angels appeared to those shepherds, because they were already following Christ, not occasionally, but a continuous commitment and a way of life that they practiced at all times and in all places. And it really shows here. So again, some people I'd really love to meet. I'd love to meet those shepherds. I think they would have been pretty spiritual men, boys, young boys into men, group of them. Probably had some in training, I don't know. But pretty cool. I just think their interaction would have been really good. Anyway, so the joy of the shepherds, and I think it's really awesome. Not just regular shepherds, because I think a lot of people think that, and they're not. They were way more than that. Yeah, way more. So have a look more at some good gospel research, like Gospel Topics Essay, Bible Dictionary, New Testament guides, and you'll get that information about the shepherds from there. Okay, hang around. I'll see you for the next one. We're going to go and look at Mary and how this changed her. Beautiful. All right, see you there.